Yeah, it's a good feeling.
All right, man. So first of all, I just want to thank you. Media. I love media. I love connecting with artists. I love, even connecting with the managers and the publicists and just the people that put it all together and make it all
Yes.
work.
Yeah, it's a
I
beautiful
love
thing.
this industry. Like, I think this is. I was gonna say it's weird, but it's not really weird though. Like it's like I've long aspired to work in this industry. So like I feel super blessed to have grown up and just known as a kid, like I want to work in the music industry and
Right.
to be doing what I wanted to do. And
Right.
to be following people like yourself, like this album, man, like this album is dope. Like dope, dope,
Yeah.
dope.
Thank you
Um,
so much.
like I've been listening to R&B for so long, like even as like 8, 9, and 10 years old, like my thing was R&B, like from the Bobby Browns
Yeah.
to the Shirelles to the
Ooh.
Alexander O'Neals
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
the Sybil's and the Jades, and like my thing was R&B for
Yeah.
whatever reason. I didn't get into like hip hop and all of that stuff until like for real, I was like a senior, and
Wow.
I'm from Cleveland, so Bone Thugs and Harmony is from here, and
Absolutely. Absolutely.
that was like my foray into like hip hop, hip hop. I mean, I
Yeah.
listened to like the Lights and the Salt and Peppers, but I was just like, I could take it or leave it.
Right.
But the R&B was where it was for me. So
Yeah.
like I listened to your album and it takes me back to like the Gerald Leverts
Ooh.
and like the Keith Sweats, and
Yeah.
like when there was really some meaning behind the album.
Right.
So I gotta give you your kudos, like really give you your flowers for this album because like from Promise to Love, and when I tell you like I've been going from song to song to song to song and I ain't skipped yet.
Wow,
So
man.
it's
Thank you.
like I love the album. So congratulations on the release.
Thank
Um,
you.
thank you so much for coming on this platform. Like I really have built this platform to support the people like you
Yeah,
and
man.
who
Thank you.
really get the support that they really need and that they really deserve. Like we appreciate you, man. So
Hey, man.
thank you.
I appreciate you, man. And I heard you say Cleveland. Are you from Cleveland?
Yeah, born and raised.
Hey, I did that whole album in Cleveland.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
worked with a guy by the name of Jay Sean Champion.
Oh, yeah.
That's me and Champ on that whole album, man.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. I met Champ through Eric Nolan Grant of the
Yeah,
OJs, man.
yeah.
And so me and Champ been working now about 10 years together.
That's amazing, man. Like, what? Look, I'm trying to turn it down. What brought y'all together? Like to obviously do a whole album.
Well, actually, man, he is somebody. I was out on tour with the OJs and Howard Hewitt,
Okay.
and Eric called Champ and said, "Man, you got to hear this guy sing." Um, and once Eric was putting a group together called G Men, and we
Okay.
were supposed to be the baby OJs. Um, and so I came up to Cleveland and we cut a lot of records. But I noticed the chemistry that me and Champ had. Um, like I can tell him or I can have an idea and he can take it where I need it to go to fulfill
Okay.
who I am. And the chemistry was so strong, man. It's kind of hard to even deal with anybody else because I am who I am and I stand for what I stand for.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like where does that how does that I'll say help you, but then I'll say hinder you in your creative process? Because I get where you say like I am what I am and like but sometimes that can kind of have an effect on when you put music out and whatnot, I guess according to what maybe fans are actually looking for or what music buyers are actually looking for. Like do you feel like you have to kind of alter who you are a little bit as you put projects together?
Not at all. And I say that because I stand for what I stand for.
Yeah,
And other artists stand for what they stand for. It may
yeah,
take me,
absolutely.
it may take me a little longer to get there, but I'll get there.
Yeah,
Um, versus me going out of my character to get there.
absolutely. I
You
can
know,
appreciate that standpoint because even from a media aspect, it's kind of the same way for me. Like I do what I do. I cover what I cover. I talk to who I talk to, and I really don't care what else is going on out there or the
Yeah,
other noise and all that stuff. Like,
absolutely.
I want to do something that's respectable, and then something that is obviously supporting, the acts that we love,
Right.
and you know, again, giving them that support that they need, even when they don't have a project out. Like
Yeah.
still keeping up with them and checking in with them to see what's going on. How's your mental? Like how you cope? Like what's
Right.
going on.
Yeah, because it's definitely a roller coaster.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I've worked I've worked tirelessly to build like this mega platform, like where I have the different podcasts and a radio show and a magazine, and I kind of use all of that to be able to promote different artists on a consistent basis. Again, as opposed to when they have projects coming out.
Yeah.
So it's cool again in that sense to connect with you, because then that kind of puts you in to the pot where, like, okay, we need to make sure that we promote in Levelle and get this
Absolutely.
project out there. And again, like this album is amazing. Like, talk about the process of you putting the album together.
I think for this one, this is my sophomore album.
Right.
My first one was My Journey Continue. I was at a place of pushing through adversity, pushing through a lot of different challenges that I was faced with in life. With Promise to Love, it was this project allows me to get back to who I am, my character,
Absolutely.
uh,
Absolutely.
and it allows me to be the man that I want to be in this industry. Not to fit in with the fad or to jump in with the what I see others doing, but what I do to make a difference in this business.
Right.
Um, and for me, it's just getting back to love and letting everybody know it's okay to love. It's okay to show love, and it's
Absolutely.
okay to love on your brother and your sister. You
Absolutely.
know,
Absolutely.
and it don't matter what culture you are. It's just love is love at the end of the day.
Absolutely, absolutely. Would you say like you felt a better sense of security is not necessarily the word, but just in terms of you putting the sophomore project together as opposed to the first one, where you felt like you were dealing with so much pressure against you? Like what was the difference this time with putting your album together?
I would definitely say that, and I would say that because um, at first, with the freshman album, the whole key is making sure you're gaining your fans and people are engaging in what you're putting out. And the record with me and Anthony Hamilton was, and it's still doing some
Yeah.
great numbers to where um, it was like I was chasing like this project has helped me identify what an addiction is, because this is it's like an addiction. Like we went so big with fell in love to where it was like I have to chase that moment again,
Right.
but take it to another level. And so we were able to do that. I at the end I felt comfortable with doing that, with making sure I delivered something that takes me up versus me declining.
Right.
And so the pressure for me was just, you know, uh, just praying that I was putting together the right things to satisfy the people that has gotten behind me and started supporting me and streaming and downloading and purchasing, my music. So that was a main factor for me.
Right. I really did like what you and Anthony Hamilton did, but then I also really love what you and Raheem Devon did.
Hey,
Um, I think that y'all blend very well together.
yeah, and that was one of the questions earlier. Um, do I feel the features I have on this project, how do I feel about it? And it was like, I could truly say I feel like every feature that's on this project, we were meant to do this because of the blending, the structure, the the passion that you hear is just, it was like we've been doing this thing forever together, you know. So I would definitely say the Anthony Hamilton song groomed me to what it should be for others that I work with. Because sometimes artists work together and it's like, okay, that part was cool, but it didn't seem like it was
Right.
like it was, you know, it should have went there, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times, like I think that it to me, it seems like you guys were meticulous just about putting together like who your features were, because a lot of times when R&B artists, and this is just my opinion, but a lot of
Uh-huh.
times when R&B artists do features, a lot of times it's forced.
It's for,
Um, it's like this is who's hot right now,
yeah,
and they're doing really good numbers. So
yeah.
let's get a joint with them. And a lot of times it just doesn't, like, it goes, but it just doesn't
It
really,
don't
it
it
just
don't
don't.
cross over with what they were
Right,
expecting.
right, right.
And like you said, a lot of it is the numbers and how hot this person is, you
Okay.
know. And I love
Just,
being huh?
just a heads, not to cut you off. Just a heads up. My co-host for the last few minutes, she's popping in now. This is
Okay.
Fell in Love with Carly.
How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
All right, all right. Feel in love. All right.
Listen, we both struggling with these computers, man.
That's all right. That's all right. We gonna get down through there.
But yeah, man, it's like I can see that it was meticulous how you guys put that together, because you only have like a handful of features on there anyway. So it's like the remainder of the album, like we're getting like the full version of you. Like
Yeah,
it's not, overcrowded with people trying to help you sell a product. You're able to sell that all on
yeah.
your own. And
Hey,
again, I've been listening from number one all the way down, and I ain't felt no need to skip yet.
all
So this
right then. I
this is like a
appreciate it.
D'Angelo classic to me. So
All
I
right. Hey, I appreciate it, man. That's a blessing.
absolutely, but I'm gonna let Carly step in for a few moments since she just popped in.
Okay.
Yes, yes. You just turned my light off, girl. I'm sorry. Look, thank you. Okay. What I want to say, I actually was watching the interview. I was able to watch part of it, so I got a chance to hear your passion, your song "Fell in Love," and you know, I wanted to know, because I don't know if you answered this part. I didn't get it from the very beginning. What started you off on your journey besides your love for God?
uh, I would say just my passion for music, and I don't tell this story for kudos. I tell this story because it's real. Um, about 4 years ago, there was a lady that had went through depression, and she went through domestic violence, and she went through some very hard times. Till she got to the point where she wanted to commit suicide, and I got to know her because I was driving down the road and the guy jumped in front of my car and he said, "Man, I can't swim, but there's a lady over in this lake and she's drowning." You know, so immediately I jumped out the car, went over and I saw her come up and I saw her go down, and that was all it took. I jumped in and we was able to get her out the water. And the whole time, you know, bringing her out the water, she was just saying, "I don't want to be here no more." You know, because she had just went through so much. Um, and she was just like, "I lost my kids. You know, I'm a horrible mother. You know, my husband and beat me to the way I look now." And after seeing that, you know, it was just like I wanted to be a difference on trying to help men, you know, take care of your responsibility, you know, learning how to respect our ladies or whoever you with enough to know that, you know, at the end of the day, we are all human And you know, I just wanted to be a part of that era of the old days, trying to bring back love and letting people know it's okay to love on each other. You know, so for me, my passion is uh, what really pushed me to really do this is just to really get back out here and be an advocate of love, you know, on all platforms. Whether I'm helping somebody that's broke down on the side of the road, or helping somebody in the grocery store that's short on a few dollars, or helping my brother go through a situation, or picking my sister up in some hard times, just really getting back out there to that type of love for each other.
I think
Mm.
that's I think it's amazing. I think, you know, obviously there's so much stuff going on in the world where like we need that kind of love. Like
Yeah,
and what better for it to come through your music,
yeah,
which music is like that therapeutic force for so many people anyway. So for
right,
them to get out of your music, like
yeah,
that's amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really, really dope. So what I know that we're running short on time. The future or the immediate future,
Yeah,
like
and
what
as
is
you see in my name, fell in love with Carly, we have a lot of the same mantra.
oh,
When you know,
oh yeah, she freezing up on me.
Yeah, but I
Like yeah,
like the name. I love the name. Fell in love. Let's go.
I'm not frozen. I thought you guys were talking.
uh
Yeah, it's freezing.
Thank you. Thank
She
you.
it's
may
I
not
freezing
notice,
up.
appreciate
but
it.
yeah, you freezing a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, like your immediate future, like how is that looking? Like what things do you have kind of lined up and
Right now we are, you know, Raphael have me busy as ever.
yeah,
Uh, we're setting up for tours and really just really getting out, putting a face with the words and the songs, you know. So
yeah,
you know, oh, they know fell in love, but oh, that's Levelle. He the one sing fell in love. So
absolutely.
that's my ultimate goal now is people to actually know who I am
Yeah,
and getting out and just letting people know I'm a guy that you can call on at any time, you know.
yeah.
So the plans are to, you know, set up tours and shows, and you
Mhm.
know, I really want to get to that point where, you know, I could come in the day before and just really spend some time in different communities and let people know, you know, hey, I'm still a normal guy just like you are, you know.
Yeah,
So that's my ultimate goal right now.
yeah. I appreciate you so much, and then I appreciate Raphael so much as well because number one, like his work level, like with all of the artists that he has, like
Yeah,
kind of takes me back to the day of like artist development and
yeah,
like artist management and that sort of thing. And you don't really see much of that in the industry anymore. So
right.
like to see how he runs with all of the artists that he has, you know, whether it's you or whether it's this one, or it's like everybody's getting like 150% of him. Um,
Absolutely,
and I
absolutely.
think it's amazing. Like, are you doing Essence?
I think they're working on that. We're trying to figure that part out now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that we're actually working to try to be out there as well.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll get a chance to see you out there.
Yeah.
Carly, did you want to?
I'll ask Raphael, is he going?
Okay. Did you want to get some last words in, Carly, before we close out here?
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't know. I didn't realize you put me back in there. I was trying to send a message. um, I just wanted to say to you, you know, look, first of all, I apologize for I don't know what's going on with my technology today or whatever,
It's
but
all right.
from what I could hear from you, I'm grateful that I had opportunity to jump in when I did, at least to introduce myself to you, to see who I am so I could see who you are as well. And I wanted to just applaud you on what you're doing. You know, the fact that you are in the industry doing your darn thing, that you are a person that's rooted in love and loving people and sharing the love that you have to other people. I wanted to applaud you for it and to just tell you to just be encouraged to keep moving forward. Just keep look, keep doing the Lord's work. That's what my best friend said. Keep doing the Lord's work, you know.
Absolutely. I want to keep doing my calling, and that's to see people happy.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Social media, website. Did you want to shout any of that stuff out?
Yeah, actually, everybody, please just go follow me on all my social media platforms at Levelle BKC. That's LEVELLE That's all my platforms. My website is just Levelle B. And go get that new Promise to Love. It's streaming on all digital platforms.
Listen, I got it already, man. So
Yeah, man. Bless you, bless you.
Yes,
Listen,
may God continue to listen. May God continue to uplift you. May He fill your cup to a place of overflow. That may He kick down every door that you have to enter into, that you may be able to receive it as easily as possible with the most abundance. In the name of Jesus, Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much for today, man. I really appreciate you. We definitely would love to do this again. To
Absolutely.
the that are in the background, thank you so much for not cutting us off, because I know
Oh,
my
no,
technology can't pop in a couple minutes too.
We're going
So
to get through this and we'll do it again.
Absolutely, man. You have a great day.
Y'all too now. Be blessed.
Yes, sir.
All right.